Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Aspira Sportify podcast. My name is Andrej and my guest today is Ivan Ninčević, the student of the Master's Studies at Aspira University of Applied Sciences and professional football player. So, at the beginning of this video, I would like to pay a huge shout out to our sponsors Paleo Sport, which are providing us with nutrition and some hydration for today's video. So, Ivan, can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, Andrej, thank you for the short introduction. As Andrej said, I'm currently a student of master's degree at Aspira and also playing third division Croatian football at Sportskog and a former player of Hajduk Split as well.
Interesting. So yeah, actually my first question is, you're currently studying and doing football at the same time, and how do you manage to cooperate like your football career with your studies and trying to develop your career as a manager as well at the same time?
Currently, as you said, I'm still studying, and it's not that hard to combine both because I have trainings in the afternoon mostly around 6 o'clock, and the classes are mostly on Saturday at mornings at the master's degree, and also Fridays in the evening. So it's not that hard to cooperate both. And as far as the developing on the managerial side, I'm still not working in that area, but trying to see all the different options that might develop after the career. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, actually that's a really great position, life position. So I would like to ask, actually we met in Portugal and on the Erasmus Plus organized by our university. And I would like to ask, you were mentioning there that football is like not your primary income. So how do you live and like afford yourself living? Is the salary in the third division in your current team enough for living in Croatia?
Sure. So for living with all the expenses, it's probably not enough for most of the players. So some older players that already had some experience playing maybe first or second Croatian division of football, they might get a little bit higher salaries that they might live off. But most of the players in our tier of football are also working as well as playing. So you introduced me as a professional football player. I wouldn't say that because that's not my primary source of income. I'm actually also in tourism management, so that's the primary work that I do.
Okay, so interesting. You're doing your best. So actually, I would like to ask about your current season because now you're in one of the best teams. So could you maybe tell how it's going on now? Since you're a goalkeeper, maybe how successful you are playing in a goal?
Okay. So right now we're fighting for first place actually. So the club has a lot of ambition to go into the higher tier of competition, and it's been going great really. From my side, I think I have 7 clean sheets in 11 games. So it's been going pretty well. There was some luck also. Teammates contributed to that very much. But it's been going great, really. Great team, great club, really good support from the coaches as well as the management. So I think we might have really good chances of winning the league.
Yeah, so hope you all the best. Hope you will get it and get the promotion to second division. But actually, you were telling me that you had a chance to go to the Bosnian Premier League, like first division there, and eventually you declined the offer. So maybe you could share with our viewers the secret why and how come it ended up because you had a chance to promote yourself, but eventually you stood in Split.
Sure, yeah. So that was the middle of the last year's season actually, when I was in a club in the same tier called Gorska Kaštela. Yeah. So, and I got the offer from the, as you said, first division Bosnian team, but unfortunately due to some circumstances surrounding my family, I had to decline that offer, and I wasn't comfortable leaving my family. So unfortunate. Yeah. But it would be nice to try that. Hopefully there will be some other offers, maybe this winter already. We'll see.
Well, with the level you're playing now, I think you will get some definitely, and I really appreciate that you're a family guy and you're in really good relationships with your family, and hopefully you'll maintain it for the longer term. And I really appreciate when the person is really close to his family, because in my opinion there's nothing closer than your parents.
I agree.
So another thing, actually you mentioned at the beginning that you're playing for the Hajduk and you're playing for the junior team. So could you maybe please tell us a bit more about your experience at the football club Hajduk and maybe some interesting stories behind the scenes.
Sure. So when Hajduk told me that they want me to come, that's like the best thing that a young player in this area can experience. So it was really nice to hear, and I was really proud that was happening. And arriving at the juniors, as you said, it was a whole new experience of football. So Hajduk is levels above everything in this area, and it was really like life-changing in the like football way of thinking. And a lot of new players, new coaches. Everything is faster, everything is better, and I've learned a lot being there. So I've been 2 years in juniors and 3 years in the B team, and I met so many coaches, so many people, and developed so many new experiences and knowledge, and it was very helpful in all the ways.
Thank you. So actually another question is about people. Obviously you're playing with some guys who have went professional later on, so maybe can you tell with whom you were playing and like how they act, not on the pitch, but like, you know, in the locker room, just outside of the game? Maybe you can tell us.
Sure. So there are really a lot of players, maybe Stipe Radić, Leon Kreković, Jako Blagajić. I also played briefly with Dario Špikić. He's right now he's playing the Champions League, and he's really good. So in my opinion, most of them are really normal guys outside of football pitch. Like you can communicate with them normally. They're not showing off, nothing like that. So they're just doing what they do, and they try to do it as best as they can every day. And that's like the secret. Like you have to be consistent, have to do your best, try to learn and develop with each day, and that's it basically.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But it seems like you have a lot of stories to be told. So maybe you can tell us a couple of your favorite, or your favorite one.
What do you mean?
Like around the Hajduk and around, you know, the experience with the guys, you know, who went professionally. Because you're probably still in touch, and maybe, you know, your just best story. Let us hear it.
My best story.
Yeah.
I really don't know where to start. I don't know what to tell you about this one. What kind of story are you looking for?
Maybe something funny, or, you know, just outside the box, like when you were shocked, or, you know, some confused or something.
Let's think about this one a little bit.
Okay, sure. If you'd like, we can come back to this.
Yeah, we can come back. Maybe
sure.
I need to think a little bit.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Sure.
All right, then let's move on and to the more managerial part. So
Okay.
You were telling that you didn't find the team to work like as a manager yet. So could you maybe tell us a bit more about the competition on the labor market, and in general about the labor market for sports management in Split and around Split?
Okay, sure. So I think it's still a little bit underdeveloped. Okay, so a lot of people in the clubs, not only football, but basketball as well, handball, all kind of team sports. They have, in my opinion, they have a low amount of people doing the managerial jobs. So they have people that would do different kinds of things, all like in the same person. So one person would do marketing, they would do, I don't know, all the things that the club might need, but you can separate that into more positions. So more people should be working in the clubs, and that would make life easier for everyone, and also it would make our product, so sports is a product, it would make it much more competitive to the market, European market. And I think we have to invest in knowledge, in people, and also give those people a chance to do what they do best, and to improve our sports in general.
Well,
I think there is a lot of room for improvement in that area.
There is always some place to grow. Actually, my next question is about the managerial. You're talking about the separation of management, and as I know, you're currently working on a really interesting project, City of Football. I hope my colleagues will put some Instagram or whatever of this project later on for the interested ones. So maybe you can tell us a bit more what you are doing there and what's this project all about. And like.
Sure. So City of Football is actually an idea, a project of Hajduk Split's former youth director. So the academy director Andro Fistonić. He's the one that started with that project, and recently he invited me to help him with some logistic stuff about the project itself. But it's basically a way to bring the football community of Split together, to discuss different topics, problems, issues, and to try to get those topics to the people that matter. So the people that make decisions, they need to hear what the problems are and try to solve them. So it's basically a gathering of people in the community and trying to solve problems.
Okay, so you're working hard to develop the sports in Croatia. Actually, as you've mentioned before, there's always a gap to develop, and you're doing it now.
Yeah.
So that's really a great motive, and I like it that you're trying to improve the situation in your hometown, in your home country. Actually, you're from Solines, I remember.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not your hometown, but
Yeah.
still, it's really great because Solines is a suburban area of city of Split. Actually, that's amazing. And I always wanted to ask you one question about the personality, because you're super communicative. You have a lot of friends, and if you ever ask someone about Ivan Ninčević, they're always saying like super positive, nice guy. So how do you make so much friends, and how do you give such an impression to the people?
I don't know. I just love to listen to people's stories. I love what they have to say. I love to meet people, and I think listening is the most important part. I like to listen. I like to try to live with the person when he's speaking to me, and I don't know. I try to help always when I can.
So
That's everything.
It's basically like that's the reason you have 2 ears and only 1 mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you that's the case. Okay, great. But actually, your character is really strong, and it's a lot of things that happen because you're super positive and quiet, but I know you're like a really person with a strong will. And you were telling me some personal thing, and I actually asked if I can ask it on the interview. So when your father passed away tragically, you were like super young, and how did it affect your personality? Maybe you became stronger, and how did this affect your will to gain success, to succeed in your life?
So it was a very challenging time, because my father was a very big influence, very big support, not only on the football pitch, but in my growing up and developing as a person. And it was very hard when he passed away. It was a dark time for me, but I decided just to try to move forward. You have to move forward, because he was such a strong support for me in my football. I actually, at the moment he passed away, I was going to Slovenia that same day to sign with the second-tier Slovenian club after B, and I just decided that I couldn't leave my family. So I did a little break from football for 2 or 3 months, and then I don't know. I think maybe he whispered in my ear to continue. So that's why I returned. I kept playing, not on that high of a level. But that's also interesting, because I was always thinking like I need to play on the highest level. Everything else is not that great. But after a little bit of thinking, after a little bit of time, you decide that you just have to keep moving whatever level you're at. So I don't know. I gave a chance to this Croatian third league, and it was working pretty well for me. So I'm happy, I'm content, and I think my father's happy as well with the way things developed.
Well, that's super personal story. I appreciate that you shared it, and I think you're a great person, and dark times born a great people. So I hope I wish you all the best in your football career, and I hope he sees and he's proud of you, definitely, my man.
Thank you.
So all right, so let's come back to the story.
Let's come back to the story. Oh man, what can I tell you?
Do you have something maybe that came to your mind, like just any story which can surprise people,
Which can surprise people.
Maybe with some famous guy who is currently playing, something.
Oh man, that's a really hard question. I really don't know what way to think about this one. I'll tell you what kind of. I'll mention one guy, actually very important guy for me. It's my former coach, Mario Despotovic. Okay, so he's the guy that just came to Hajduk Split maybe a year after I came there, and he's the one that actually made a huge impression on me, like a huge difference in my way of thinking about football. So before him, we never had any sorts of analysis, and then he comes like a little. I hope he doesn't offend, a little fat guy. He comes with a laptop, and now he's teaching us like some totally new way to think about football. So we would have analysis every time. He was always telling us like, don't think about the score, think about your processes, and then the score and the outcome will come. So that's like very, very interesting, and he changed my way of thinking about football and about life as well. And I don't know, I really liked him, and I think he's the most interesting person I met. I could speak to him like whole day.
Oh, okay.
And right now I think he's in Egypt. He's a youth director as well for a club in Egypt. I'm not sure what's the name, I forgot. But yeah, that was very interesting how he totally changed the way of thinking. So yeah, he also developed a lot of players that are now playing in high tiers of playing. So yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's really interesting one. That's a really interesting story about your mentality as well. So let's have a short break between the Blitz part, the sharp one a bit.
Okay.
So let's try our drinks from our sponsors, and you can give us your feedback.
Okay.
So, really.
Really. Okay. Very sweet.
Very sweet. You
Yeah,
don't like
it's nice. It's nice. I like it. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Okay.
So, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Now a bit sharp part, so the Blitz. I'm asking a quick, short question.
Okay.
You give me an answer. Not always short, you can give some explanation if you'd like to. So, best football player ever?
Leo Messi.
Leo Messi. Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Best goalkeeper ever?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Maybe Lavijašin?
Lavijašin, cool. Best Croatian goalkeeper ever?
I love Daniel Subasic. He's my favorite goalkeeper
Daniel
in
Subasic.
Croatia. Yeah.
Best football club in the world?
Hajduk Split, of course.
Split or Zagreb?
Split.
Greatest athlete of all time?
Oh, Usain Bolt.
Best Hajduk player ever?
Best Hajduk player ever. Oh, Frane Matošić, yeah, most goals. Let's say him.
So, greatest sports moment of all time?
Greatest sports moment. I think it's Croatia. I mean, reaching the finals of the World Cup, yeah.
And my last question, Kalinic or Livaja?
Nikola Kalinic or Livaja?
Yeah.
I like Livaja a little bit more.
Do you like Livaja? So yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you for being interviewed. You're a really nice guest, and now we would like to organize some short giveaway with our title sponsors. For our video for the TikTok, you'll decide which products we are going to give away, so check it out later on TikTok. And we are going to give it away. So, Ivan, thank you for being here. I really appreciate your story. I really appreciate you being here. I think you're a really nice guest, and I hope you all the best, and I wish you all the best in your career in football and outside of the pitch. So, thank you all for watching. Follow our TikTok and follow our social media for the giveaway. Hope you really enjoyed the episode. If you have some ideas how we can improve our content and what to add, you can leave them in the comment section down below. So, see you in the next episode. Bye.